Alright YouTube, welcome to our 4th episode of the weekly Q&A series that we do here on the channel, where we take questions from all over the place, and we try to answer them all every Sunday. This week, we're not actually, there's less places, because I don't think we got any questions from Twitter at all, and if we did, I apologize for not featuring them. Let's get into it. First up, Chublub wants to know, bro, are you a virgin? I want to let you know, man, straight up, the shorthand you're using, the R instead of the word R, and the U instead of the word U, that's pretty swag, man. It's probably the coolest thing ever. And, of course I'm not a fucking virgin, dude. Look at me. Come on, man. Bloodborne Survivor wants to know if I've ever played any of these Soulsborne games. And by that he means Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. That whole, kind of series. They're not all, sequels to each other, but they're kind of the same thing. And no, I haven't really. I own Dark Souls 2 right now, which is kind of like the scrub one. Everybody says it's like the easiest and kind of the worst one or something like that. It was on sale for super cheap on 360. It was literally like $2 or $3 whenever they had a Capcom sale. I bought it and am currently doing a very slow playthrough of it. It's not something I play every day or even every week. But it is pretty fucking fun, and I would like to get through it sometime. Jix Flipside wants to know if you can get the suck. Bro, I don't just do that. We gotta have something. You gotta build a relationship with me. We gotta go out on a few dates first. And then, yeah, I'll suck you all day. Shelby Park says, I guess you like Mafia 3. Is it worth paying full price now, or should I wait another 6 months or buy it on sale? I heard it's really repetitive, but aren't all games repetitive? There's only so much you can do in a game. He's referencing my last Q&A video. This was a comment on there. I think my last 2 Q&As I've done Mafia 3 gameplay. I do recommend the game. It's a little more repetitive than a lot of other open world games. I did a bunch of trade-in recently, and so I didn't pay any cash for it, so I didn't really care what the price was. So I would probably wait for a sale on it, but it's a really good, dark game. There's a lot of dark humor to it, a lot of racial slurs, racist things happening, like KKK rallies, burnings of crosses. I mean, it's a really dark game, but it's a really good experience. It's really fun. The world is amazing, the open world. It's a lot better than some GTAs in a lot of ways. But I do recommend it, but I'd probably wait to get it on sale. Dreamkiller8579 wants to know if his channel is cancer, and he gives me permission to trash talk it on camera if I would like to, and plugs his Instagram below. Honestly, dude, no. It's not that it's bad. You're just a young kid. It's kind of hard to make good content as a young kid if you don't have really good equipment and aren't really aware of what it takes to really make a decent YouTube video, decent quality, you gotta have a decent camera, shit like that. It just takes time. If you want to grow your channel, the best way to do it is to upload as often as possible. Try to upload daily if you can, and the longer the videos, the better. Thomas wants to know if I've ever played any strategy games like EU4, which I'm thinking from Google is Europa Universalis 4. Not 100% if I have. Never played this specific game. Back in the day, I used to play a lot of Dynasty Warriors, a lot of Civilization, stuff like that. So, yeah, I like those games. I'm not super into strategy games anymore. I like being up and close and personal, where I'm playing as one character, going around, a big open world doing shit. I don't like set pieces. I'm not into linear games as much as I used to be anymore. Barney wants to know if I've ever played Ark Survival Evolved yet. I have not, man. I see people on my Xbox live friends list playing all the damn time. I don't know anything about it. I've only heard a lot of stuff about it, and I don't even know what it is about. But to answer it, no, I have not. And last up for the YouTube questions, Andre Kellen comes at us with this question that I cannot decipher. All I can get from this is vote Trump 2016. Joey Miner 52 wants to know if I still believe in Santa. And the wording doesn't make sense to me because it's implied that Santa isn't real, which can't be true, right? Ayo, it's Mary wants to know what my most embarrassing Christmas story is. Now, I don't really know if I have any embarrassing ones technically, but last year my sister wrapped a Xbox Live Gold membership into a shit ton of boxes. There's boxes inside boxes. The first box was super huge, so I thought, this is awfully light. What could possibly be in here? I opened it up, was another box. There's another box, kept going and going. So it was eventually in a tuna helper box, like those dinner boxes or whatever, and it just kept getting smaller and smaller and more tape. And it took me about 15 minutes or so to open, and she was recording the whole thing. So I guess that was kind of embarrassing. I was laughing my ass off the whole time. Tiger State has several questions for us that I was supposed to use in last week's video, and I actually forgot about them. And the first one is, have you ever drank Bailey's from a shoe? And no, I have not. What's the worst thing you've done for money? Very degrading sexual things, let's put it that way. And the last one is, would you rather have sex with a goat and no one know, or not have sex with a goat and have everyone think you did? That's actually kind of a tough one, because if everybody already thinks you do, it's kind of like, why didn't I do it anyway? And secondly, I don't know that I could physically go through with that act, so I really don't know how to. I think I'd rather just have people who think I did and never actually did it, because I don't think I could live with myself if I ever fucked a goat. The Gamer One wants to know if I play Fallout, and if so, which one is my favorite. I'm very triggered by this question, because either this guy is messing with me, or he doesn't view or watch my content, because otherwise he would know that I do enjoy Fallout. So either way, I need my safe space right now. I am very offended. I'm about to create a hashtag about this. But to answer his question, yes, I do enjoy Fallout, and my favorite is Fallout New Vegas. Next, we have a pretty rough question. Would I rather play Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for the next 2 years of my life, or never play a Fallout game again? There's a couple of factors of this. Am I playing online? Because if so, then I, hands down, no doubt, Infinite Warfare next 2 years of my life, just so I can play Fallout again eventually. Because even though I'll play the shittiest Call of Duty online. I mean, it's still Call of Duty's Call of Duty. If it's just offline, it'd be a little bit harder, but I think I'd still do it just because I don't want to just cut Fallout out of my life. So, Marky Mark wants to know what my best present was that I got. This year I mostly got clothing. I did get a few other things, but I really like the new hoodie I got. It's a decently priced hoodie, which isn't a big deal, but I kind of like having nicer clothes. And I also got this, like, Walking Dead bobblehead. It's not I don't even know, it's Michonne, which isn't even near my favorite character, but I think it's my first piece of, like, Walking Dead, merch. Like, I don't have anything like that. I don't have any, like, posters or anything of Walking Dead, even though I've been watching the show since the beginning. So I'm pretty fond of that, too. I gotta find a place to, prop it up somewhere. 75% of Maximum Lasagna, which is still the best name on all of social networking, wants to know what the worst gift ever was. I don't really have a worst gift, to be honest with you. I know it sounds kind of gay and, like, whatever. I don't really care. Like, I'm not going to judge a shitty gift if I get one. But this one year, a friend's mom did get me and a couple other guys some Argyle socks. And if you don't know what those are, I'll throw those on screen. We used to joke about how much we liked them, but I think it was more ironically. I guess that was a bad gift, but they were still socks, so I still wore them all the time. Keon the Synth wants to know what my worst Christmas ever was. And it's about to get a little bit real, guys. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, my aunt was over. She was a bad drug addict at the time. And she had her kids with her, and she came over pretty fucking high, bragging about being on a bunch of pills at the time. And she was smoking weed in the kitchen, which I don't care about. I don't care for people that smoke weed. It doesn't bother me if somebody smokes weed. But her kid was out walking around, a really young kid, infant, like 1 or 2 years old, was walking around the house, walking to the kitchen while she was smoking. She didn't care, and I said something to her about it. She got really pissed off about it, got in my face, started bitching at me. I was being a smart-ass back, as I am one to be, and she ended up slapping me in the face, turned into a big old thing. People were crying. Worst Christmas ever. Just got a little real. DJ Creamstar wants to know if I have Titanfall 2. What a disgusting question, man. You should be ashamed. Ask me if I'll bang a go. Don't ask me if I own Titanfall 2. That is fucking gross. Momo in Neverland wants to know what my least favorite Christmas dinner food is. Really, Thanksgiving and Christmas are legitimately like the same. You make stuffing, you make like turkey or ham or something like that. I'm not big on red meats. I don't really like ham that much. That's probably up there on something I eat it, but I don't really like it. But my grandma here recently, in the past several years now, has made a lot of sweets, makes a lot of pies, cakes, and shit like that. And I'm not a person who eats sweets, unless it's cheesecake. We covered that in one of my Q&A, I think the first Q&A video. When it comes to cheesecake, I'll devour the shit out of it. Maybe some chocolate here and there, but I avoid sweets at all costs pretty much. Patrick Build the Wall wants to know what is Santa... I'm sorry, man, that's totally a joke. He wants to know what Santa's real identity is. If I were to tell you the exact identity of Santa Claus, I'd probably die within an hour or two of uploading this video. And I'm not the kind of person that, wants to die, so I'm not going to tell you. Can't release information. And that'll wrap up this week's Q&A. If I forgot to include your question, be sure and let me know on any of the social medias, and I'll try to include it in the next week's question and answer video. If you want to be a part of this, all you gotta do is leave a question below, or you can leave me a question on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, I guess. I don't know, but I've had like 1 or 2 people ask me on Snapchat, I think in like the first 1 or 2 videos. If you went on to enjoy the video, thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Bottom right of the video, if you're on at least YouTube on the PC or on the app, I'm still not sure on mobile yet. You can just click my little icon and you'll subscribe right away. Follow me on Twitter. Links to all my social networks are below and also in the outro. Later, guys.